Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here for the iRacing E-Series. Not from the Daytona Oval. We are live for the Daytona Road Course, as you can see. And it's going to be a wild one. We got a pretty good group here in our hands tonight. About 24, 25 drivers here right now making a start from what I'm seeing. Have to wait and see. Coming into tonight, points, everything is on the line right now. Points are slowly becoming a factor. We haven't quite locked in, I don't think, anyway. The top 16 I was looking at a few moments ago. I'll have to bring it up again and take a peek at it over here on the Cup side of things. Looking at the point schedule, of course, Kyle Smalley is the one with the most wins this season. 7 to be exact, but that cutoff line is 16th place. That is J.R. Houston. He has a pretty lengthy advantage right now over Landon Lacey, who's back in 17th. He's about 33 points behind. And then you got Michael Anthony, who is currently 18th in points. He is about 39 points behind. And then from there, unless somebody wins, like Brody Smith or somebody like that, which definitely could happen, that's the only way to really move up. Honestly, I think guys like J.R. Houston, I would say he's safe. Chris Worrell's definitely safe, I believe. Calvin Allison's 100% safe. He's won. Jason Papp, safe. So, and of course, we only have just a few more races left in this season before we go over to the playoffs that start here in a couple weeks. We go to Dover next week to Daytona to finish off the regular season. And then we start Darlington, Richmond, and Bristol for your first round. So, with that said, you can see some cars out on track right now getting much needed practice because we did broadcast this race last night in the Truck Series, and it was a fantastic race. We had some very good racing all night long. That was for the American Sim Racing League. Of course, that was trucks. It's a little bit different than what the Cup cars are driving. But, you know, still the same track and all that. And there was a couple corners that was what I like to call problem corners for a lot of these guys. You're seeing one of them right here, that new NASCAR chicane coming to the pit road area. That was a problem with a lot of drivers. We had a big incident happen there last night, and it wasn't a lot of cars involved. The leader actually spun out into that with only 4 laps to go, and it turned the win over to Adam Batts in that series. So it could be something similar here tonight. Of course, on yesterday's race, it was also the transition. I believe it was turn 6. We had a lot of guys actually have that problem. You turn around that corner, get back up on the banking for the speedway in turn 1, and you see it right there. A lot of guys was having trouble right here with this area of the racetrack last night. And of course, the bus stop was always a big area as well. No matter what car you drive, is a trouble corner. So I expect guys, honestly, to kind of be the same way we seen last night. Right now, it shouldn't be much of a surprise. Kyle Smalley on top of the board. Chris Worrell, J.R. Houston is in third. Could be a big night for him. Michael Anthony, Marcus Adams, a newcomer, over to the now Balls Out Racing team. Landon Lacey no longer with Balls Out Racing. He's currently 12th right now. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see how all this plays out for a lot of these guys. I want to thank everybody for joining. Please like the broadcast here on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Subscribe and follow us if you haven't. Of course, it took us a while to get everything back up and running here on Trackside Racing Network, which we're very happy to be back here. Absolutely love it. Also, shout out to the sponsors. You see them going across the bottom of the screen right now to the left side of your screen. IracingIFlag. Everybody pretty much knows what that is if you're a member of iRacing. It's a great little tool that you can add to your sim just to kind of liven it up a little bit. And, of course, the big one, PlanBSales.com, Plan B Sales Diecast. They are one of the best diecast groups, or one of the best diecast makers that you could have. And there's Hurricane Media. They've been a proud sponsor here for a long time in the iRacing E-Series. AC Paints and Designs. Check me out. That is me over at Adam Chapman Paints. And make sure you like that page as well. You can get yourself a $10 paint if you're interested in one. And, of course, as I said, Buttkicker here as well. Also, McConey Setup Shop. Or not McConey Setup Shop. Midwest Motor Customs. There we go. Ran by Greg McConey. He also does great paints as well. So check him out. And, of course, Buttkicker as well. If you haven't checked him out, please do so. All right. With that said, let's get into qualifying here as these guys only got 5 minutes to qualify. Like, you have to go if you're going to qualify. You can't wait around here for a long time because you don't really have a lot of time. And you see one of the best super speedway racers actually heading out onto the racetrack. I'm not sure if that's a title he really likes or not, but it's just being honest. He is a great super speedway racer. Kind of reminds you a lot of like a Dale Earnhardt Jr. type when it comes to Daytona and Talladega. But tonight, Daytona Road might be a little bit different. We'll see. Cody Smith in that number 7 car, Red Bull Chevrolet Cup car is out on the track. Jason Papp about to roll out here as well, I think. Kyle Smalley rolling out. Ryan Worley rolling out. Ryan, a now new pilot, so awesome to see him get his license for private or being a pilot in private small aircraft. So that's pretty awesome. Nick Kessler in here tonight. Oh, there goes Cody. There's Nick. Of course, he's got a pretty cool thing, and I want to give him a shout out. You see right there on the side at Taz Racing Customs. And I'm not sure if it's him or his dad that does them, but they actually did Derek Pemberton's die cast. They did a great job on it. I actually painted the car, but they did the die cast, which was absolutely amazing. Atlanta Lacey, you see him. He is running a special paint scheme for us tonight. Trackside Racing Network paint scheme. You see it right there on his car. And Landon, pretty diverse when it comes to road. We'll see how he does tonight. As long as he don't clean off turn 1, he should be okay. He's going to kill me for saying that, but we'll see what he can do in that Chevrolet. Greg McConaughey out in that McConaughey Motorsports number 12. Always a great paint scheme. Of course, Midwest Motor Customs. We should be starting to see some green flags starting to take place now, just like we're seeing the 12 as he works through the NASCAR chicane on the front stretch. And anyway, watching Greg McConaughey here. Sorry, I had to reply to a message. Watching Greg McConaughey here, and we'll switch over to Ryan Worley. Yeah, that 00, I talked about him getting his private license. There he is. Jason Papp, I think, is also. Nope, he is not. I don't really know who I got to win this. I mean, I know Kyle is a great pick, and reasonably so. I like that would be a good pick. I think any veteran that has a road course experience would be somebody to watch. And really looking at some of these guys, there's not a ton of guys in here with a ton of road course experience, but Jared Overstreet, I think, would be a pick. That would be a good one. Ron Worley, I think, would be an underdog pick, but a good pick. James Lowe, of course, Kyle Smalley, as well as Logan Jones, I feel like can do something. We'll have to wait and see. And then Michael Anthony, we never really know. We're going to continue to watch Ryan here as he works through the backstretch bus stop onto the oval section of the track. We should start seeing some lap times pop up. These guys only had 5 minutes of qualifying, so you're only getting one lap here in qualifying, so you got to pretty much make it count. Of course, lap times seem vary. About 151s is what we're kind of expecting. It could go up quite a bit, about 156s, 7s, with some guys that might not have too much experience, but there you go, 152.060. Not the fastest time. Kyle put down a 151 in practice. And Ryan don't look like he's got the fastest lap here going as well. We'll see what he qualifies at, though. 155. And good enough for 6th right now. Logan Jones coming through that NASCAR chicane. He really got that turtle. That is a new area they just put in. NASCAR updated it, or iRacing updated it from where it was. So they put that in here. That JMU number 23 coming to the start finish line. A good lap of 154.3. James Lowe on 153.723. Logan Jones goes to 8th. Let's see. Michael Anthony coming to the start finish line, which is actually, if I'm not mistaken, James Cato, I believe. And he's going to qualify in P10. And qualifying is over. Kyle Smalley with the pole award win here tonight. We're going to try to talk to him here in just a moment. As we get set to go 35 laps here in the race tonight. You'll see these guys start to grid up, and with that said, we will pull in Kyle Smalley here, if I can grab him. Just a second. Kyle, let's add him up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you. Buddy.
Qualifying P1 and a Cup car at Daytona Road. Talk about the difficulties of this track, man. What is the biggest thing you're going to maybe have issues with tonight, or, or not?
Definitely the tire spin. With the clouds being overcast, it's not going to be as bad, I don't think. But it's going to be tire spin off the corners and conserving tires in the end. So whoever can save the tires the best and not mess up is going to win this race. Talk
about the difficulty of that new NASCAR chicane. A lot of guys are used to Daytona already, but talk about that new chicane that they put in.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky. Getting close to the wall, if you don't get that angle right, you can hit the outside wall. And then they added the huge turtles, so even that, I mean, you got the hitting the wall on the entry and then the turtles. It's a huge cluster.
Man, go see if you can get win number 8 here tonight. Looking good so far. Good luck tonight, buddy.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, man. There we go. He's getting ready to roll off. And this is going to be an important parade lap kind of. You got to make sure you get some heat in the tires as well as the brakes. Make sure everything's kind of up to where you want it to be, because this race can be wild. Let's just be honest. So a lot of guys are electing to start from the pits, I do believe, for what I'm seeing so far. Still waiting to see, but just looking at it, some guys may actually elect to start for the pits, which is not a bad call by any means. And it looks like a lot of them are. The only problem that you're going to have with this, if they know they can't win, it's not a bad call, but it's pretty much going to take your shot to win, in my opinion, possibly out the door, because, you're going to lose a lot of time. But here we go. By the way, and you see right there beside Kyle, that new number 31 car. It's Marcus Adams, like I said, joining that team. You see it right there. Very nice looking car in that 31 car. And he will be rolling out side by side with his new team here tonight. Side by side with Kyle Smalley. Keith Smalley, also a member of that team. Marcus Adams now a member of that team. And, of course, James Lowe, a member of that team. So here we go. Ready to come to the green flag. As you see, some of the field here working through traffic. And has to get caught up. I'm not sure who that is. Ryan Worley getting a EOL maybe? I'm not quite sure. But car's not really tucked up right now. And there they go, some of them. Anyway, we're ready to go racing here from Daytona. It'll be a wild race. They just actually replaced this. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Oh, the 6 already hard on that. As the green flag set to wave, he really got that turtle coming out of the corner. Cars are tightening up. Green flag set to wave. Green flag is out. We're racing live from the Daytona Road Course. Kyle Smalley, followed by Chris Worrell, also in the 6th. Part of the same team. It is 1, 2, 3 right now. And how about that? That 6 car with a big run through the first little set of S's. Chris Worrell doing a really nice job already trying to get through turn number 2 now. And he's going to follow right behind as we got a battle right now for Marcus or make that Jared Overstreet, who I thought could be a big factor at Cody Smith, right behind them. He will continue on. Jumping back up. Chris Worrell trying to go out wide. Watch him to get a good run here on the exit. We've seen some cars do that yesterday in the actual race and in the truck race that we covered last night for the ASL League. Up a little bit further back. Greg McConey and Lando Lacey. Greg going to be able to try to get 2 cars here. He looks to the inside of Logan Jones. Looks like for now he will be able to take it. Logan Jones a little bit of damage. Lando Lacey a little bit of damage on that 35. I'm going to guess that might be where the damage came from. Should be okay, I would expect. Both of them not too much damage right here. You've got to be a pretty big predicament here for the 23. I think you've got to let off early and let Landon maybe have that spot. And he does. at least for now. Oh, James Lowe, the 99. A teammate. The ball's out racing. Having some trouble here. Through the bus stop. He was behind the Ford Nick Kessler. And then Anthony was right behind him. Michael Anthony, that is. Yeah, just wheel spin into the tire barrier. He's going to be okay with that. I don't think he got too much damage by any means. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. Maybe a little bit there, but honestly, it did not do much damage. Speaking of Michael Anthony, here he is working on Nick Kessler for the 6th position. Lando Lacey underneath Greg McConaughey through turn 1. Nick Kessler able to hold him to 6 for now as they work through these little, like I call this the S section. I don't actually know what it would be called, but here they go. Oh, who was that? Jared Overstreet goes around back in front of traffic. And I think he basically just got a little bit of spin here. It wasn't nothing bad. He was running 4th at the time, right in front of Cody Smith. And there you go. That Racing Electronics number 59 car. He falls all the way back to P11 with that. Woo. Casey Heschel, and I believe he just got around Keith Smalley. He did, and Casey's going to send it in a little bit too deep. Got another wreck behind him. That's Connor going around. And I'm not going to really show a replay of that. He basically did not go a full circle, so he falls back to 17th for now. Michael Muncie has some hard damage, however, in the 09. I'm not sure where that. He actually had that damage prior to this. This was just after the fact. He just goes around with wheel spin. Notice the Suns actually came out onto the track a little bit, so these guys are kind of dealing with a little bit of a change. Not sure how long it's going to be out. It's not out in this section, so not sure if that's a issue or not. But Greg McConaughey, J.R. Houston in that. Oh, McConaughey up over the bumps. And he's going to have to give up a couple spots here. Kyle Smalley new fastest lap, but McConaughey going to let a few cars at least go by, maybe 3. Roberto Ramirez also got around. Jared Overstreet just got around him as well. Well, there goes Michael Anthony. I got to get used to saying that name now, seeing him in different cars a little bit different. Landon Lacey going to be able to take that spot away. Landon now up to 6th. I would not be surprised if we see Landon inside the top 5. He's trying to take that spot away. Not going to be able to get it just yet. Landon's a pretty decent road racer, honestly. How you doing, Tim? I hope everything's good. Once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here on the channel. Oh, you guys going for Mike Muncie? We will keep an eye on him for you guys just to make sure. This is a tough track to go. Like right now, he's back in 22nd. He's actually in the pits right now. But I'll keep you updated on him. This is a tough track for anybody, though. I'm going to be honest, half these cars probably won't finish. Just being honest. This is a very tough racetrack. A lot of guys are not really used to driving these things around a place like this. There's so much speed. Watkins Glen you kind of become accustomed to, which was what, now I can actually talk about this. This is what this track was replaced with. The schedule was Watkins Glen, but it got changed to Daytona. And they kind of do the same thing here that NASCAR doesn't realize, where they kind of follow it in a way, I guess. So since Watkins Glen got changed, they actually changed this race over to Daytona Road as well. Some guys liked it, some guys didn't. But everybody has kind of come accustomed to running Watkins Glen because they've had so much experience running it and stuff like that. It continues to be that way. So it's going to take some learning if we even come back here. That's the thing. We don't know what the schedule is going to be for next season. Kyle Smalley still out front here by 2.5 seconds. Right at 2.5 seconds, that is. Keith Smalley almost gets into the wall. Jason Papp also having trouble. You see him way back in the back. He's in the grass. He has to downshift, and we also got another trouble here. Greg McConey has had an issue. He went around. We're not going to show the replay. He just spun. But he did go around here as well. We also got another issue right here. The 34. Robert Richards has went around here 3 wide here on the Daytona Oval now. Almost a little bit of contact there between the 8 and the 4. And now you're back to basically drafting down the straightaway. And that 4 putting the bumper to this 8. He is moving around the track now. It's going to be an interesting bus stop here. That 4 gets a run of Nick Kessler. 58 gives you the spot. He does lay away. He's going to drive it a little bit deeper into the corner. He's going to get a good run. There's the 20 of Logan Jones also getting a run. You see Logan Jones in that JBL car. Got another issue here. Couple cars going around. Not sure if they made contact. That's Elijah Ennis and Jared Overstreet. Not quite sure if they just followed each other into this. It kind of looks like they did. Oh, no, they did not. Right there, back up onto the track. 59 makes contact with Elijah, and Randy goes. J.R. Houston taking over 6. Lando Lacey taking 5th. Lando Lacey locks up the brakes. Goes out wide. He's going to give up them 3 spots he just earned. Elijah Ennis back around again into 1. Told you guys this track's tough. Oh, he about hit the wall. Cody Smith doing a really nice job here tonight. Chris Burrow doing a good job here as well. If you're watching the race, if you watched the race yesterday, did you like the Daytona race that they did yesterday on for the actual race? Was you guys a fan of that or no? I kind of liked it. Oh, there goes 49. And he wasn't the only one. Connor kind of followed him. We are back live. Such a tough racetrack, man. We're going to be talking about that quite a bit tonight. I mean, this is how tough this place actually is. Very tough place. Yeah, I thought the race yesterday, honestly, when I watched it, the first stage wasn't that great. It was actually kind of boring. I was like, I don't know if I really like it or not. The second stage got really good. It got really interesting, especially with the whole heat exhaustion thing, which is sad for the drivers, but it did make it interesting. Then the race actually started getting pretty good in the second and third heats. I thought it was pretty solid. You had drivers getting mad and stuff like that, which I like to see. I think it brings something to it. And say what you want about NASCAR, at least they are trying something different. Whether you support it anymore or not. Elijah Ennis also having more trouble here. Oh, he had some big trouble here in the NASCAR chicane with the 34 Robert Richards. And I think what happened here, I think they both missed the bus stop. I think, he's sitting there. Not entirely sure why the 34 is sitting there. How long did he sit there for? I think it was just for a second. I think he basically blew the chicane and came to a stop. What it looked like. Yeah, he was coming to a stop, I think, where he just blew the chicane. Sit there for a long time, though. Let them guys go. Oof. And now he's around again. Robert Richards having tons of trouble here in the road. Too much of the curb. Oh, my goodness. And he said, that's enough for me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and load it into the hauler. We're going to get out of here. We watch Cody Smith. Number 41, Roberto Ramirez. And a very nice paint scheme on the side of that. I like it. Bolt design. Pretty nice paint scheme. Little group back here. Ryan Worley, Greg McConaughey, Connor. Casey Heschel has had trouble coming out of the bus stop. Let's see what happened here. Through the bus stop. And gets the grass and just goes around. He didn't go around. He just slid through it. Not that bad. Seen worse. Jared Overstreet and Keith Smalley. You see that wheel spin right there on the 59. That's one of the things that Kyle talked about when we was interviewing him in the pre-race. There is wheel spin here that happens. That's exactly what that looked like. It's Connor and Greg McConaughey. This is for ninth place. Connor on that inside trying to hold on to that spot. Versus the Ford Mustang. Two teammates from McConaughey Motorsports. Hey, one thing, these cars are tough to drive around this place, though. I mean, it is a different animal when it comes to this compared to the whole oval thing. Oval is basically a cakewalk compared to these. Driving this heavy stock car around a place that not really meant to turn to the right makes things a little bit difficult. I mean, you can see we're gapped out here quite a bit already from our leader. Kyle Smalley's out by 5.5 seconds over some of these guys. Everybody kind of somewhat spaced out. Right here's pretty much our closest one. It's between the 9th, 10th, and 11th. With Connor kind of leading that charge for the moment. Tomorrow night, guys, we will be live for the ASRC series. And if you guys are interested in road, check them out. They are honestly a very good group of guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. They, if you are interested in running some road, go check them out. We'll be live with them tomorrow night. I cannot remember off the top of my head where it was tomorrow, but they are called the ASRC. As Roberto Ramirez getting a little bit of wheel spin coming out of the corner. And I'll let you know here in a minute where we are. I think we're going to be from Watkins Glen, I believe, tomorrow. For the, don't quote me on that, though. Oh! Roberto off the racetrack. Does fall back to 8th. And he'll continue on. We'll continue watching him for just a moment here. We will not be from Watkins Glen tomorrow. I'll lie. We will be from Belle Isle tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. I don't think I've ever broadcasted a race there. Ryan Worley taking away the 11th position. Not sure what happened to Connor. I think he had trouble. Oh, he just disconnected, maybe? I think he's back now. He's back. Oh, he blinked out for a moment. You guys want to get a ride on board here? We will do so right now with Nick Kessler. You guys can get an idea of what it looks like to ride around Daytona as he works into turn 1. You see, it's a heavy braking zone down here in turn 1. You kind of want to go wide and kind of go back to the inside of that curve. Ride these rails just a little bit here, these bumps down here into turn. Well, I like to call it turn 2, but he messes up just a little bit. He's able to get turned to the right though. Easy on the gas. Don't want to get too much wheel spin. Very easy to do. And shift up 2 gears from 3rd. Back down to the, I believe we actually took that in 4th, it sounds like. Maybe. There's 2nd gear now. He stayed in second. Back up to third. And then, back down to second. He actually got a little wheel spin when he downshifted a little bit too early. Back onto the transition now, up onto the oval. He's going to open it up here. All the way up to 4 gears. He's in third right now. And there's your 4th gear. Open it up. You can also see how fast. I mean, he's carried quite a bit of speed, and a heavy braking zone here at the bus stop. Sounds like he only stayed in third through the bus stop, and then he'll open it back up. There is 4th gear. And then the fun begins right here, coming onto the off turn 4. He's got to basically brake right here at the 5 mark and all the way down. You see right here that new NASCAR chicane. Gives you a lap around Daytona in this car. I mean, it is a tough track to do. And that right there took about, I'll let you know at the line, 1 minute and 57 seconds. So it takes a little bit of work. We got a battle here for third. Cody Smith, Marcus Adams. Marcus started second place, had issues or something happened. Dropped back quite a bit. And here he goes, working through turn 5. Cody pulled that gap a little bit, had a better run out of the corner. Now you do got the option. That's exactly what the 31 did. He did drive it in a little bit deeper than the 37. Can help you close the gap. 7 gets loose. That's going to open the door for Marcus Adams. He's going to be able to take this lead away on the outside. He does. Marcus Adams moves it to third. The only bad thing about driving deep into the corners, it works out good, but usually you get not a great run out of the corner, if that makes sense. Usually you get the guy that you're trying to pass or work on is a little bit faster. Ryan Worley here trying to hold on to 11th position right now. James Lowe is putting the pressure on for that position. For people that was wondering, Michael Muncie is back out on the track right now. So I know you guys was in here watching him. A couple of guys was pulling for him. As James Lowe takes that spot away. And there's a look at Muncie in that 09 car. Next week we'll be at Dover. We're going to see some good racing as Marcus Adams is going to lose that third position once again to Cody Smith. And what we're going to do, guys, we'll wait a few minutes. We'll wait till about like 15 or so. You watch that Corvette Parts.net Chevrolet. Nick Kessler worked there. Pit stops, I think, have happened. Maybe not. Casey Heschel's leaving pit road. Connor has. Nobody else has pitted yet. So it's all we've seen green flag pit stops starting to take place. I'm thinking this may only be a one-stop race. If you don't have to pit till lap, we'll say 17, you should be able to make it. Still a little ways to go in that, however. Logan Jones here in the 23 up to 13th right now. Everybody's spaced out by more than a second now over the race circuit. So still a little bit of work to be done here. Once again, guys, we are on the road to the playoffs now. We had an off week 2 weeks ago. We was at Michigan last week. Daytona Road tonight. Dover next week, and then Daytona Oval on August the 31st. And then from there, the playoffs begin. And the crazy thing about the playoffs, oh, that 49 car is Casey Heschel. That's fresh tires, by the way, why you see he'll get around so easy. So not for position. But the crazy thing with the playoffs is J.R. Houston really got a break tonight. I don't know if I want to call it a break. He's up to 5th, actually on pit road right now. Is this scheduled? Yes, it is. So he's on pit road. But he pretty much, like I said, I think he may solidify. I don't know if I want to say solidify his way into the playoffs with tonight. But it is a big step in the right direction because Lando Lacey no longer here. He had an issue and wrecked out. Michael Anthony, who is right behind J.R. Houston, once they cycle through, he'll be behind, is a few points. He's about 39 points behind. So my personal opinion, I think J.R. Houston could be good to go. I think unless somebody just steps up and wins the race, I don't know if anybody is going to be able to make the playoffs that I'm seeing besides the guys that's in it. Well, let's wait and see, though. It's Connor right now rolling around at 7th. They're a pretty nice little car here. Simple enough, I like it. Of course, part of the GSR racing team. Keith Smalley on pit road. So we are seeing green flag pit stops. Roberto Ramirez has been on pit road too. Kyle Smalley not on pit road right now. He's been out front for, well, quite a bit. Every lap so far. Chris Worrell has hit pit road. Now, this is a advantage here to Chris. He is going to be able to make up a little bit of time, but I'm going to be honest, man. Unless there's a mistake on Kyle's part, we got somebody wrecking back there. I'm trying to see who that is. It might be Keith Smalley had an issue. But unless there's going to be an incident, unfortunately, hopefully it don't happen. It's going to be tough for guys to catch him, though. In my opinion, right now. Cody Smith also on pit road. So we are seeing green flag pit stops. So I think that we're really going to have to see a couple green flag pit stops here. Maybe 2 stops. I mean, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they're not running full fuel for this race. I think they're only running 65%. 70% fuel. So, yeah, they're definitely not running full load. And there you go. Pass made on a lap car. That's the 51. Getting past, unfortunately, Timothy Jennings 1 lap down. Now he'll get that lap back once Kyle hits pit road, which we may see Kyle hit pit road this time. There's a good chance that we see that. And there he comes. And he'll work his way down the pit lane. In the number 46, Marcus Adams, I'm going to guess, will probably follow suit here in that 31. He did some damage to the back of that car. But I'm going to guess we'll see him on pit lane here as well, along with everybody else that has not pitted, I'll expect. Yeah, you see some coming in right here. Marcus Adams coming in. Michael Anthony should come in. Same as Nick Kessler. All these guys should be making a stop. Kyle Smalley down and away on pit road, and there you see the 8 car coming in. And everybody else as well. So Kyle Smalley and Chris Worrell. Chris was able to actually gain a lot of time on that. About 3 seconds, maybe 4 that he gained on call by pitting early. Jason Papp. All right, guys, with that said, we're going to do something here we like to call Turn It Up here on the, not that one. I apologize. We're going to do something called Turn It Up here on TRN. So you guys enjoy. Literally been over here talking to myself, telling you guys the schedule. Tomorrow we will be live once again. The ASRC series. Oh, I heard somebody spinning. Elijah Ennis had trouble going into the bus stop. Trying to slow down for the bus stop, that is. And we'll talk a little bit about the series here in just a minute, but here's what happened to Elijah going into the corner. Just could not slow down. Decided to kind of skip that area, which, I don't blame him. But tomorrow night, we'll be live for the ASRC, live from Belle Isle. Wednesday night, we won't have a broadcast Wednesday night. We will in the afternoon. We're actually going to try something special here on Trackside. We're going to have Pate Albin and Todd Chase Jr. making their broadcast debut, broadcasting a official series, so there won't be interviews or nothing like that. It's just an official race that we'll be watching in the limited late model series. So that's going to be fun. We'll be watching them guys go at it and see how them guys do as far as broadcast goes. Thursday, we'll be back live for the iRacing Legacy Series. We will be at Atlanta. Friday, the North American iRacing League. And I can't remember where we go for that one. And I do apologize. I cannot remember off the top of my head where we go. I'll definitely find it in just a minute. But we will be live with them guys on Friday night. And then, of course, on Saturday night, we'll be live for WOSCRL from Watkins Glen. We will be at Martinsville, by the way, on August the 21st for the North American iRacing League. And then, of course, on Sunday, we'll be back here once again from Gateway for the ASL series. So that'll be fun. And Jason Papp commenting in on YouTube. Of course, on Sunday, have that pop up. Jason, of course, saying thank you to all our sponsors. They were supposed to be popped up on the stream, and I kind of forgot to pop them up. And there they go. And yeah, thank you to all our sponsors. Once again, we talked about prior to the broadcast. Jason tonight going to finish back in 17th position. Not where he wanted to, but, I think everybody's ready to get out of this racetrack right now. Pit stops are open, and that's going to bring in James Lowe. He's going to be the first of one. This will be the final pit stop these guys have to take. And real fast over on PlanBSales.com. Make sure you guys check them out, please. They do a lot for this series. These guys get a discount and stuff like that, so it's really awesome. But go over and check out their new arrivals that they just got. They got some, actually got a pre-order right now for the Chase Elliott Daytona road course win, which is really cool. They got the Brad Keselowski t-shirt that win. They got a Ryan Blaney Darlington throwback pre-order. I mean, they got a bunch of new pre-orders to come in. And they also got a special diecast that I think is going to be worth some money eventually. And that's the Corey LaJoie autographed 2020 diecast. And that's only $67 too for that diecast, so pretty neat. Some other stuff over there as well. The Ross Chastain, which I was a big fan of, the Ross Chastain diecast, $57 for that for the 2020 Advent health car. So make sure you guys check it out. They got, like I said, they got a ton of stuff. The deal today, right now, is the AJ Allmendinger 2016 Busch Chili Beans 124 NASCAR diecast. That's only $34. And that deal will expire tonight. So make sure you guys check it. Normal price of that is $59. So that is one heck of a deal if you're in the diecast. Once again, everybody here pretty much spaced out. This is the only thing we got going right now, and it is for the top 10 for now. And that is Roberto Ramirez underneath Ryan Worley for the 10th position. There you go. Jason just said message him, and he can set you up with a discount. I'll be honest, the discount is pretty amazing. So make sure you guys check that out. And if you're watching over on YouTube, message Jason Papp. He's the league owner here. You can check him out on Facebook or message the league on Facebook at the iRacing E-Series on Facebook. and he can hook you up with all that good stuff. And also, you got to thank Buttkicker and all them guys as well. Buttkicker, pretty cool. I don't have one. I know a lot of guys in here do, but I've heard just the best things about them. Hurricane Media, of course. Not only them, the IracingIFlag, they are a big sponsor here. One of the coolest add-ons is Nick Kessler has to pedal the car. One of the coolest add-ons that you could add to a sim racing rig. Honestly, if you got like a husband, a son, a wife, a daughter, an aunt, an uncle, if you somebody like that races a big sim racer or something, check out the IracingIFlag. It's actually a really good deal, and it's a great Christmas present. And Christmas, you know, we're coming up on September now, so why not buy it early? Or later, either way. It's just IracingIFlag. You can check them out as well. Connor here trying to run down Michael Anthony for the 6th spot. Connor's done a pretty good job tonight. Of course, pit stops still have to happen. As Connor right there going to make that pit stop happen now. It's a good time to go ahead and come in. He should be able to come out in front of Michael Anthony. Maybe with the fresh tires. We'll have to wait and see as long as there's no penalties or nothing like that. But nobody's catching this guy tonight. Kyle Smalley's pretty much said goodbye everybody. He's out by 15.2 seconds. Coming up on 15.2. Make that 15.3. And he's been untouchable here tonight. And I don't know if people should be a big surprise by that, honestly. Kyle, once again, this season has been dominant. I mean, just being honest, looking for his 8th win this season. I mean, it has been a wild one for him. He's done a good job this season. Last week's race, we was at Michigan. That was a wild race. Fimi Olet picked up the win there. Only led 2 laps in that race and did a great job on picking up the win. But like I said, Kyle Smalley, 7 wins this season so far. 14 top 5s, 16 top 10s out of 22 starts. It has been lights out. And we'll have more stats on him in just a moment. You guys just bear with me. I'll get them up. Goes to show what kind of driver he actually is. I mean, he's that good. I think he's good enough to run with some of the top guys in the NASCAR Coca-Cola series. I think he's honestly that good to race with these guys and compete. That's the difference. I think he could compete. So as I was mentioning about Kyle, he's got 22 starts, 7 wins. 63% of the races he finishes inside the top 5. 72% he finishes inside the top 10. He's got 803 laps led. He's already added about 24 to that tonight. 23 to that tonight, something like that. I mean, he's just a great driver. Marcus Adams, Calvin Allison, the next closest winner as far as wins go. He's got 4, not here tonight. And Marcus Adams and Cody Smith, both with 2 wins. See Michael Anthony leaving pit road. As we are coming up on 10 to go, next time by. Once again, we still have to see pit stops take place, which is coming. We may go ahead and see the 46. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and bring it in. Why not? The 23 going to follow. About 11 laps that they went. And I was curious where Connor will shape up here. I think he's going to definitely be. Yeah, he's going to stay in 6th right now. So Connor's done a good job. Logan Jones also on pit road. Hasn't had the greatest night, but he's done okay. Considering. Marcus Adams, a newcomer, not to this league, but a newcomer to that team, the Balls Out Racing team. He made that switch this week, I believe it was. And also, just got word that the reason why Jason Papp is out of the race, he actually hurt his left knee pretty bad apparently. He's got an MRI coming up on Thursday. Hopefully he didn't tear it at the bad, because I'm going to be honest, not only does that affect real life stuff, it does affect sim as well. You know, in your left leg, that's your brake pedal. So that would suck, especially at certain tracks. Hopefully he'll be all right. Hopefully it's not too severe, but he said it's pretty bad. So we'll keep you all updated on that. That would be tough, especially at certain tracks that we go to. There's, you guys heard the schedule a little while ago, and we talked a little bit about it. When you get to places like Martinsville, Bristol, Darlington, just in general, Dover next week. I mean, there's tracks that Jason really would feel that out. As you see Elijah Ennis off the track, unfortunately, here once again. So hopefully he'll be all right, but we'll definitely be thinking about it, and we'll keep it updated. So J.R. Houston, like I said, with this run, personally, I think it's going to solidify him in to the playoffs. As long as nothing happens big here over the next, few laps. As far as the points go, because J.R. Houston came in here 16th in the points, so he was right on the cut line. He was 33 ahead of Landon Lacey. Landon didn't have a good night tonight, so that's great for J.R. Houston. Michael Anthony, 7th right now. He was 39 points total behind J.R. Houston. Cody Smith, new fastest lap, by the way. So, unless somebody goes out there and wins, that's the only thing that's going to hurt, I think, the 20 car of Houston. Otherwise, I mean, we're really looking at our top. From what I'm seeing, we're looking at our, point contenders, our top 16. We'll have to wait and see, but I should start. Yeah, I agree. At every track, just 3 laps down. There's not much going on now, guys. I mean, we got a little bit here and there, but there's not a whole lot going on. Connor is trying to run down Marcus Adams, so we'll stay with this for a little bit. But everybody else is pretty much checked out over everybody, so we're just kind of biding time here to get to the finish here. We're coming to lap 28 for our race leader, Kyle Smalley. And there we are on 28. You see him now walking into turn 1. He goes under his helmet, so why not? Tell Cody Smith from everybody else. Lord. Marcus Adams, there's Connors. I like that one. That's pretty nice. Michael Anthony's. Greg McConey. Ryan Worley as well. Logan Jones. Nice one. Steve Slawley. Pretty cool looking. Roberto Ramirez, who was on pit road. Did not see who was actually there. Oh, he had an issue a few laps ago. I did not see that. Looking around the racetrack, everybody's spaced out here. Nothing else going on right now. I hope Connor just didn't blink out. Okay, he's good. I need to check. Let me look. Is Connor going to make the playoffs in here? Yeah, not this year. But he's going to have a good finish tonight. As he tries to run down this new teammate for a race leader. 4 balls out racing. and Marcus Adams. Connor would love to get a top 5, I think. Riding on board right now with the Adams in the 31 car. That bus top is so tough. Hard to believe that the leader is 56 seconds ahead of this guy. Just by watching the race, it's almost, you wouldn't believe it. He's driving pretty good, actually. See his lap time sent on the dash, 155. Not sure what this one is. 156, still not a bad lap by any means. He is actually extended a little bit here with Connor on that lap, the last 2 laps. It's about 30 seconds, so why not watch our leader here for a little bit? He works up onto the banking in 3 and 4. Once again, these guys run on Fridays as well. And the Super Speedway League, we don't broadcast it. ESPN has a broadcast, but these guys do run on Friday nights like the Oval League. So it's a Super Speedway series, so they'll be running Daytona plenty more times this year. I know they were just running the ARCA cars, I believe, last Friday. And they kind of mix up this car and truck that they run for that race. We worked on into turn 1. Kyle coming up on the back of the lap car, which I believe might be that is Ryan Worley coming up on the back of it. Ryan trying to stay on the lead lap, but either way, best of luck with Kyle breathing down on your back here. Grant and Tony working through the bus stop. Getting ready to come back out to the oval track as he works through turns 3 and 4. Once again, next week, Dover for these guys. The race will be a lot closer there, I promise. Kind of surprised how spaced out this got, to be honest, that quick. We kind of had a feeling it would. Didn't think it would last. I didn't think we'd go that far, though. McConaughey car, though, looks really good tonight. As we may have a battle here. Yeah, Marcus Adams has closed in on Cody Smith for the 4th position. We're coming to 4 laps to go next time by for our race leader. Connor's not far behind here as well. Right there's our race leader, so he will continue trying to do what he's doing. Here we go into the NASCAR chicane. Connor really gets through that section really good. Really one of the He's done besides Kyle, Connor may be one of the best to get through that section. Kyle and Chris Worrell, who you see right here on your screen. I haven't really talked a lot about him, but he's been pretty much flawless tonight. As his teammates winning the race, he's running second. And J.R. Houston running in third. Don't know if you'll ask for too much better than that. Marcus Adams still running around the fourth corner right behind him. These three guys are separated by about the same distance between fourth, fifth, and sixth. They're about 5, 6, 7 tenths separating them. Cody's still rolling here. Really nice in fourth place. To be honest, I didn't think he was actually that great of a road course racer, but he's proved kind of wrong tonight. He's done a great job. How about this? Connor looking like a pass on the outside. Going to have the preferred line on the exit of this braking zone. Or at the center, but not going to be able to have it on the exit. Michael Anthony still in 7th right now. Coming up on 3 laps to go here from Daytona. See Connor, we did not see the pass. He actually just got around Marcus Adams right here. Oh, Marcus runs wide. That's the opportunity Connor needed. And there you see Connor getting away. He has moved into the top 5. As Kyle Smalley continues to lead the gap here over the rest of the field. Once again, everybody else starting to space out once again. Marcus trying to close the gap back up here to Connor in 5th place. White flag set to come out next time by. So let's hop on board this right around here with our race leader right now. As he works through the International Horseshoe. Oh, that's such a sketchy corner. I didn't realize it was actually that fast. He really drops it in there through that corner. That's wild. Got reach quite a bit of speed on the straightaway as well, about 170 or so, maybe a little bit more than that, 175, something like that, I would guess. We'll try to keep you updated right here on how fast he actually gets up to. This is before going to the bus stop. He's at 150 right now, 160. He's definitely going to get 170. There it is, 175, 181. 85 miles per hour. Wow. All the way down to about 80. Connor, by the way, has closed in on fourth of Cody Smith. As the white flag set to come out here for our race leader. Watch for Connor to try to get to the back bumper and get around this number 7 car. We'll jump back to that here in just a moment. Kind of just watching back and forth here with our leader and Kyle Smalley. I'm sorry, our leader and Connor as he tries to run on Cody. Not going to have too many left to do that. Oh, he's got a good exit. He may have a chance here on that 7 car. Connor needs a better exit here. There it is. He's got a chance to cross him up. Does not this time. A little bit of wheel spin on a 48. They will get the white flag this time. Meanwhile, Kyle Smalley pretty much all but has this one in the bag. He's working down into or the exit of the oval on the back stretch now. Into the bus stop. He's got a couple more turns left here to go to victory lane. You see him working out of the corner. When he does that, we'll kind of keep an eye on the battle for fourth as well. We will jump back to that if that gets closer. Kyle Smalley working through turns 3 and 4 of the NASCAR oval, coming to the NASCAR chicane. Out of the corner. Kyle Smalley's going to see what victory lane tastes like again for the 8th time this season. Kyle Smalley wins here once again at Daytona. Congratulations to him. Now the battle back here once again for the 4th position. Cody Smith and Connor still going at it here for the 4th position. Chris Worrell, by the way, going to finish in the 2nd position. J.R. Houston going to try to bring it home in 3rd. Right now we will stay with these guys, however. Cody's got a couple more turns here. Connor better drive it in a little bit. He does drive it in deep. We'll see if he gets a better exit. There's a run. Watch for him to look underneath. Not going to happen just yet. He's got one more shot at it. J.R. Houston finishes in 3rd. Now we can really focus on the battle for the P4 and 5 position. Connor really driving it. Cody Smith locks the tires up. He's going to go wide. Connor looks underneath over the curb. Contact. Cody Smith goes around. Contact between him and Marcus Adams. Marcus Adams will finish in 4th. Connor did not mean to wreck him like that, so he's just basically going to stop, I believe, and let Cody Smith go. And he does. Good class right there by Connor. Did not mean to wreck him. But Kyle Smalley will be your race winner. Here tonight from Daytona. We're going to talk to him here in just a moment. As you see him in the 46 car, we'll pull him in right now. Here the iRacing E-Series victory once again. Pull him in just a second. Chris Wall finishes second. JR Houston finishing in third. Big night for JR. And Cody Smith finishes fifth. Marcus Adams comes sixth to finish fourth. That's the insert there at the end. Let's pull in our race winner. Kyle Smalley, it's Adam Chapman, ESPN. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy. There.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, man. Domination. Win number 8 of the Daytona Road Course. That was a hard car to drive, let's be honest.
yeah, it was a lot of fun, though. I really enjoyed it. I mean, saving those tires is key. And Chris is giving me a run, that's for sure.
So you got 8 wins this season. You go to Dover next week. Definitely a different track, so let's kind of focus on that a little bit. How do you feel about going to Dover?
Yeah, I think I won there earlier in the year, so.
Yeah, so you're probably
yeah.
confident.
Yeah.
Gotta give a shout out to you and your team, man. Y'all this season picked up Marcus Adams. He finished fourth. You gotta be pretty happy overall with team performance.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus going into the race, he was nervous about wrecking and finishing last, so went over a few tips with him, and for him to get a top 5, that's really impressive to me, so congrats to him as well.
Sure, man. Hey, another win, another victory lane celebration. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yeah, shout out to my dad for sponsoring the car this week. It's really cool to get his business into victory lane.
For sure.
Shout out to Balls Out Racing, Chris, Keith, James, Marcus, and Plan B Sales, IracingIFlag, Buttkicker, you for broadcasting. It's really cool that you do this, and congrats on your new, I guess, broadcasting team. It's really cool.
Thank you.
And Midwest Motor Customs.
Hey, honestly, flawless again tonight, man. Good job.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Next up, we're going to talk to the guy that was just pushing, Chris Worrell. Going to finish in P2 here tonight. We're going to bring him in right now. Chris finishes second. Chris, you got a copy? Hey, Chris, you got me?
Hey.
There he is. Finishing second, man. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know you was much of a road course. I didn't know you could road race that good.
Kyle helped me out a lot, to be honest with you. I knew there was no way I was going to beat him tonight, but had a couple mess ups. I feel like I could have stayed a little bit closer. If I'd have done everything right, I feel like he'd probably beat me by 7-8 seconds. But I don't know. There's no way I was going to catch him. But the way my luck's been turning out this season, I'm cool with second. I really appreciated this race.
Yeah, I'm guessing that you're kind of glad that the race was switched from Watkins Glen to this. Is that wrong in saying, or is that pretty accurate?
Well, yeah, I guess just because it's the first time I've ever run a race here on the road course at Daytona with the Cup cars, so I was pretty excited about that. But just glad to have a road course, over an oval here where I can, get some extra points. Tonight I was able to at least get a 20-second lead in front of third place, so it helped me out just to not have to worry about somebody wrecking me, because as you've seen the last, couple months, that's all I've been doing is wrecking, so it felt good to get some points tonight.
So honestly, the biggest thing is you and JR Houston both who finished third. The points matter a lot to you all, more than it does, say, to Kyle, your teammate. Your 15th in points coming in, you're going to gain quite a bit over the guys that's from the cut line outside. Landon didn't run well. Michael Anthony did run well, but you guys still finished in front of him. Do got Dover next week, so I think that you're safe, but are you really ever, confident right now? Is there any confidence that you're safe?
Actually, yeah, it's been a lot more here lately, especially with the upcoming schedule. Dover's one of my best tracks, and I know if there's one place I can go beat Kyle, that's the place to do it. So I'm just hoping to get some practice in next week and be fast and try to get a win, just to solidify my chance in the playoffs instead of having to do these points racing.
Yeah, that would definitely be the way to go, man. Either way, second again tonight. That's definitely some momentum going to next week. You know how to do it. Shout outs and all that.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Balls Out Racing. Shout out to you, Adam. Appreciate everything you do. Thanks for sticking with us and watching the races every week. It's been a while since I've had to do an interview, so if I'm forgetting anyone else, please forgive me. Um, but thanks for all our sponsors in the IES Racing Series, including Plan B Sales, and anyone else I'm forgetting, I apologize.
Hey, man. Good job again tonight. Congratulations on second.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we're going to talk to J.R. Houston. If I can find him, it might take me just a minute to find him if he is in here. Is he in here? Look, I don't think JR is actually in here, so that's unfortunate. Well, I was hoping to talk to him about his race tonight, but he's going to finish third, and that's going to do it for us, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed the race. It was a wild one. We did get spaced out, so it did make it not the most exciting, but give credit where it's due. JR is going to be pretty comfortable right now, for the most part, heading into Dover. We'll have to wait and see how that works out. Congratulations, Marcus. Was going to finish sixth, finished fourth on that last turn. Good job for him. Cody going to finish fifth. Connor sixth. Not bad. That'll do it for us tonight, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast. Y'all have a great night. Take care as always, and God bless.